competed against each other.
Yeah.
God, so far you're getting on very well. So I'll write my name, durable, and then I'm going to stand next to the wall. And how do you manage, say, your nutrition at college? Because you're so busy. I feel like you're the busiest women in the country. You're juggling about a million things.
Yeah. Is someone going to teach me something?
We'll try.
We'll try. Do I have any hope?
We'll practice, yeah.
Okay, I think we have a bit of work to do. We'll be back another day.
Before we get started, I know you know this. Got to do a little bit of a warm-up. So I'm going to do 3 of my favourite exercises. Is that all right?
Yep.
Okay, let's start squatting. Okay, so as low as you're comfortable to go, we'll aim for 10. So we'll just do a few reverse lunges. So the exercise is roll down, walk out. If you want to do a little press up, but you don't have to. Okay, what's your best attribute as a player?
I think my work rate.
Aisling?
Communication, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Like always wanting to win.
Okay, we're going to do a little stretch while we get the last one. Do a quad stretch.
Probably say my vision on the pitch.
Go on, that's very interesting. Vision on the pitch. Are we a little bit warmer?
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, good job. We get ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a very good afternoon to you, and welcome along to our live coverage this afternoon of the Lagan Cup final, live from the University of Galway Connacht GAA Airdome. Yes, a very good afternoon to you, and welcome along. We've got a game here that we're really looking forward to in this particular decider. University of Galway taking on Dublin City University, who you've already witnessed have had a fairly eventful day here in the Dome at the Connacht University of Galway Connacht GAA Airdome. Well, let's give you a check on the teams that are lining out in this game, and plenty of inter-county experience and good geographical spread on all of the players here this afternoon. We're starting off with the DCU team, and some of the players maybe just to keep an eye out on from there. Catherine Ahern, of course, has inter-county experience with Cavan, and Offaly Minor is included in the middle of the field in Laura Cuskelly. She wears number 9 this afternoon for them, and also a camogie player from Dublin that you may be familiar with is Emily Byrne. She will wear number 13 for DCU. No changes on the starting 15 for them ahead of the final. Well, let's turn our attentions now west of the Shannon, and the University of Galway team have one late change. Number 19, Laura Walsh from Mayo, from the Neil and Mayo, has been handed a starting role. She's going to replace number 15, Orla Murphy. Orla may well feature the Fermanagh girl as a sub as the match wears on. Mayo under 20 player is included in full back on this particular team. Saoirse Gallagher, she'll be well known. Also inter-county underage experience with Laois would be Ellen Donoghue. She wears number 4. Sarah Duffy is a Galway minor at centre half forward, as of course is Maeve Walsh at midfield. And keep an eye out as well for Emma Fowley from Dromahare in County Leitrim. She wears number 13, and that is one of the players there who they'll be hoping for in the University of Galway forward line that can deliver some of the scores this afternoon. It certainly promises to be a game that has got, well, plenty on offer here for this game. And our co-commentator, I'm delighted to welcome somebody who has experience in this competition with Atlantic Technological University of Mayo, and of course well known from her games with Cavan as well in the Breffni County. Good afternoon to Emma Halton. You're very welcome along, and I know you're looking forward to this one.
Sure, yeah. A very entertaining game, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be one of those games that has got all the hallmarks of a competition that could go right down to the wire here between these two teams. A previous meeting between them, we'll reference that a little bit later on in the commentary, but right now all eyes is on Finbar Corcoran. He's the man in the middle for this game this afternoon. It's the University of Galway and those familiar maroon and white Galway colours that are going to be playing from left to right in the opening half, and of course we've got DCU, their familiar colours as well, playing from right to left. Referee throws in the ball and away we go. Early possession for Laura Cuskelly. Goes to ground almost immediately under the weight of the tackle there. Caoimhe Cassidy is a player from Offaly who got in there just to dispossess her at precisely the right time. Sarah Duffy, also well known in her connections from Galway, breaking down the move there, but is back with the DCU's team. That both sides will be anxious to make a good early start here, maybe to get the first score on the board as Annalise Crean brings the ball forward. Up in towards the scoring zone they go. No real pressure here on DCU early on as they walk the ball back to Grace Flanagan, a Roscommon lady. Grace Flanagan bringing the ball and offloading it there to McGoldrick, who has gone outside her. Gets inside the 21-metre line, onto the 14-metre line. Again, it's a very patient build-up early doors here. Ahern again in possession. Cavan player that we mentioned to keep an eye out on here for this particular final. Cuskelly again has seen a lot of the ball early on. Has played to the right half forward. Kathleen Wilcox. Monaghan switches it over towards this near side again. And going back there to try and cut out the move was the number 19 who's been handed that late starting role, remember. Laura Walsh from Mayo will be familiar with this game. Mayo ladies would have played a few matches here, including their opening game at the start of last year's Ali National League campaign as well, so it'll be familiar for some of them. Now, this is Ahern working the ball in from an acute enough angle. First real shot of the game in anger, and it goes out there to the goalkeeper's left and wide. Some early good build-up play, it must be said, from DCU. Not panicking. Both teams, I suppose, taking the opportunity to get used to their surrounds here more than anything else.
Yeah, definitely. They're working the ball well. They kind of keep recycling it out, which is good. They need to keep doing that until they get the chance to break that line and go in. Catching could have probably brought it back out there, but she was just unfortunate on that one.
Well, first kick out really for Eva Langford, the goalkeeper from University of Galway, from Cork as well. So opportunity for her to get her first kick out away and successfully manages to do so. Early possession then so for the Galway girls as they bring the ball forward. Gone right up there again towards the forward line, but DCU have been marking fairly well in the early exchanges. Julia Dempsey was the player who managed to cut that one out. It comes across here to Anna Lyons, another one of the Mayo contingent on the team, and now McGoldrick again, another one of the Leitrim players, one on each team here this afternoon. McGoldrick bringing the ball forward here. Right up towards the edge of the D it goes. That final pass manages to find the intended target inside, but again, University of Galway have flooded players back in the defence. And again, coming out with it there for them is their number 19, Lauren Walsh, who has started well in the game thus far. Somewhat of a loose clearance going in there. Easily cut out by Anna Lyons, and a quick counter-attack immediately ensues. Wilcox bringing the ball forward here again. Right up it goes towards the DCU forward line, but it's a game so far that it would be fair to say that both defences very much have dominated. Lauren Walsh again has switched the ball in towards the midfield area. Maeve Walsh now the number 8. Here's the number 13, Anna Fowley. Opportunities here for Anna Fowley, the Jubbahir girl. Her shot well blocked down. Going good corner back play there from Anna Lyons. Referee has spotted the infringement inside and signals for a free in. Well, I suppose well done to Fowley. She came out there, won that possession, took on her marker, and eventually the free followed.
Yeah, they got a great block in there, DCU, but they were just unfortunate with their tackling there, so they have the free in now, NUIG.
So we're watching all the free taking ability about to be taken here by Aisling McCormick again, one of the Donegal players who'll kick this off the right. Strikes the ball in, and that's a good start for her. Good start as well for University of Galway. They lead here by 1 point to no score, and I suppose that point may be worth even a little bit more. The first score of the game psychologically is important and will help settle definitely settle the Galway girls down a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Aisling took that very well. Hopefully it just ups them from there now.
So it's going to be up to DCU to try and respond to somewhat of a nearly enough setback for them. Here they come again. Wilcox coming down along this near side. A lot of the attacking has gone through here for them in the early exchanges. Hessian again coming out from that corner forward position wearing number 15, but a number of positional switches, as you would probably imagine, already taking place here. Treen working the ball in again here towards Hessian, who switches that lovely diagonal ball. It comes here to Ahern. Her attempted shot well blocked down again. Might break kindly though for Julia Dempsey. Needs support maybe off the shoulder again. Decided that they'd go for the shot there. Perhaps it was better maybe to recycle it out. But one of the players you'll definitely be keeping an eye out for here is the centre half forward for the DCU players. That strong Cavan connection.
Surely is, yeah. Catherine's a fantastic footballer. Seen her play so many times and played against her as well. So I know exactly what she's like, and she's very, very good.
Aisling McCormick has made real headway now. Plays the ball inside here to Sarah Duffy. Switches it outside once again. They're know where the posts are from the earlier attack. Again, it's Fowley who's running ahead, but this time I think it's been overcarried, and that's exactly what the referee has signalled is going to be a free out. Well, no doubt about it, if they're getting the ball into Amy Fowley, she's running at the defence, and that direct type of running is causing some problems for DCU early doors.
Yeah, that was great defending there by DCU. They need to get that ball out up fast because Galway are very, very defensive.
Treen has brought the ball forward. It comes out here again to McGoldrick. Now they play it to Wilcox. Good movement here from DCU as they work the ball inside the 45-metre line. Hannah McHugh is pushed right up there. Here's the full forward. Grace Flanagan, opportunity for her. One of the Roscommon players on view here tries to play that one across there in towards the direction of the forward line. Again, Grace Flanagan, one of the players from Boyle, not a million miles away from here, and looking to try and get an equalising score, but it failed to materialise. Opportunities once again for University of Galway to come on the counter-attack, and they've looked lively on that so far. Ellen Donoghue, player from the faithful county of Laois, switches it back again towards Lauren Walsh again. Lauren Walsh really grasping the opportunity, have been handed the starting role with both hands so far. Just got up to the 45-metre line there, but at the weight of the tackle surrendered possession. Quick counter-attack, downfield it goes, down towards the direction again of Emily Byrne. Again, keeping the ball in play, but once more, it's going to be University of Galway to break away with it. It's fair to say, Emma, that both defences have very much dominated so far.
Yeah, surely it's for tit for tat either side, so they just need to keep pushing on either side. Just it's unpredictable now. It's going to happen now.
Yeah, we've just had that 1 point so far. That could change here, though. Maeve Walsh was just about to, you feel, was just about to go in maybe there for a scoring opportunity, but unfortunately for her, the tackle came in and the move broke down at the wrong moment. Again, it's going to be an opportunity now for DCU to build here from the back again. Julia Dempsey playing it towards Ellie Barron. Number 7 had pushed up into an advanced role. Here's the full forward. Once more, Grace Flanagan. Fouled here on the 45-metre line. Looks around. Not a whole lot of movement for her inside. So in fairness to her, she does the wise thing and decides to go back in order to retain possession. Dempsey, Flanagan linking up well together again. Gets by her marker on the 45. Left-footed tentative pass inside, but it found the intended target. Here's Emily Byrne. Still Emily Byrne, tormenting the defence at this stage. Gets the pass outside her there to the corner forward. Hessian again plays a central ball across there. And once more, University of Galway are standing big and brave in the tackle, and they're coming away with possession on the counter-attack. Lauren Walsh again has made some serious headway here. Breaks inside the 45-metre line, plays that one back, right-footed again, almost soccer style, linking up with Ellen Donoghue. Donoghue slows it down. You can really see from both of these teams the way that they're set up here. They're not going to rush anything really with it. Play the ball, make sure it's going to come into the player in the most advantageous position. Maeve Walsh now inside the D, gets her shot away, but it drops short of Michaela Hart. The goalkeeper is there to deal with it. Gets it out to Anna Lyons. Anna Lyons down to this near side to McGoldrick again. And put under some pressure. A little bit of a high press on there by University of Galway, and it has the desired effect as they win possession right up the field. Here's an opportunity again for them. Again, it's going to be McCormick who brings this one forward. Walsh is there as a support player. It comes all the way back here to Towie, another one of the Manny Mayo players that you would expect here. And Towie takes the return, goes all the way up here to the 21-metre line. That's the pass outside her again. There could be another score here for the offering. If not first, maybe at the second time. Sarah Duffy gets her shot away, but it just goes out to the wrong side of the post and wide. Well, we've seen a lot of games here over the last couple of years since this magnificent facility came into play. They've been high-scoring shootouts, but in the opening 9 minutes here, it's definitely fair to say scores very much at a premium.
Yeah, at the minute now they're playing a very defensive side, either side, so it's kind of hard to get the scores out on the board.
As a forward and somebody who plays at centre half forward, I presume conditions like these you'd really love to revel in them out there.
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's
you?
a totally different atmosphere in here. The inside, there's no air, but hopefully now they use that to their advantage.
Sarah Duffy might be able to revel in her. Kate Bell is on the end of the move here. Surely there's a chance of a score, but the goalkeeper came out and closed down the angle. Actually left nothing to shoot at, and when the shot eventually came in and went wide, well, you could say that was a miss, but I'd be much more inclined maybe to give credit to the goalkeeper there, Michaela Hart, the way she shut down the space and closed off the angle.
Yeah, Michaela Hart did very well there. Definitely put the pressure on and made her panic, which was ideal for her to save the goal.
Yeah, good piece of goalkeeping indeed from her. Certainly a telling intervention here, and believe it or not, the scoreline remains a point to no score. Yes, you've just joined us. That's the score on the screen, but there's a little bit more play from Sarah Duffy, becoming a real threat in the game now as she goes forward again. This time gets the shot in off the left, and the referee had blown the whistle just before that and points clearly in the direction of a goal for a free in. That's a player that we've mentioned a couple of times in the commentary, Sarah Duffy, the Galway girl here. Very much, I suppose, taking the game by the scruff of the neck, and it's that direct style of running again that seems to be causing the problems to the DCU defence.
Yeah, she definitely broke that line there to try and get a score, so she worked well and she got the free, so hopefully now this gets another score on the board for them.
So big moment coming up here from the resulting free. Aisling McCormick is the player who is getting ready to take it. Oh, lady, you can watch a start drop short, you know, from that type of range and these type of conditions. You'd be very much expecting them to go over the bar.
Definitely so. There's no wind to change the direction of it, so she's just unfortunate on that one that it dropped short.
It is a final, it's somewhat strange surrounds. Do you think nerves is a factor here at all?
Definitely so. They had a tight game before when they played, before when they met previously, so I think they're tit for tat now at this side. I say they're all nervous. It's all up in the air at the minute.
I think it's going to probably settle down a little bit as it goes on, and you can maybe forgive the early sense of nerves maybe that's surrounding this game so far. Lauren Walsh again in possession here. There's no doubt about it. Galway are coming more into the game. University of Galway, DCU, very much engaged in a rearguard action over the last couple of minutes, with some reprieve for them here as Anna Lyons, the cornerback, plays the ball forward. The intended target was Grace Flanagan, the Roscommon full forward inside, but it's cut out and well anticipated and intercepted again here by Amy Dunleavy, another one of the Mayo players on the team. Coming right up here to again towards Walsh. Lauren Walsh pushes right up into the scoring zone again. Now Duffy again trying to run through, but once more DCU, well, they're just engaged in the tackle at the right time. Their midfielder Annalise Green was back there and did well. You have to maybe credit the defensive performance of DCU so far, in the main a rearguard action for them, but they're doing well on the early exchanges of the game.
Yeah, I was just about to say that when they always look up, there's just a sea of yellows in there. They're not able to break that line at all, so fair play to DCU. They're working really well in the backs.
It's a packed defence for them so far, and now maybe on the counter-attack. Ahern is leading the charge here of the Light Brigade, and she gets her shot away. That's classic counter-attack play, and it ends up with Catherine Ahern getting that point. Good move all the way up the field and finished off the move. Well, very solid, very patient, very disciplined in defence, and that counter-attack in, well, certainly was hugely effective.
Yeah, that ball breaking down there, that fast move really got them on top, which was good for them. They broke free and got that point over the bar, so ideal for Catherine.
Point apiece so far. Certainly scores like that Ahern is well able to take.
She surely is, definitely.
Yeah, I'm hoping for maybe more of those from a Cavan perspective as the year wears on as well. Saoirse Gallagher is the full back. The cornerback is Ellen Donoghue, but the move has broke down here. DCU again are able to overturn possession. Ahern has it, immediately looks outside her and spots the runner. As they come forward, Ahern looking to take the return just outside the 21-metre line. Good ball back there again. It looks like it's going to be Hession. It is Hession who's coming through here. Eve Hession gets the shot away under some pressure, but again the umpire is going for the white flag, and they're a little bit maybe like buses. You wait an eternity for a score and then two come along together.
Definitely, Eve did really well there. She was sitting out there in that 45-metre line, and she took that run and took the ball back and gave it off again and took it back and got a great score out of it.
Yeah, good start indeed to the game here for them now. They've really settled into it here in the last couple of minutes. DCU hit 2 points in a row now to lead by 2 points to 1 at this stage, and we're over 13 minutes, as you can see, into the opening half. Langford again with the kick out, lands about 45 metres out from the goal, but Ahern is there to take it, really becoming I suppose the two number 11s at one stage or another have begun to dominate proceedings here a little bit. Opportunities once again. McHugh this time is the player who comes storming forward on that run. The shot just goes out to the wrong side of the post and wide. Chances coming, chances going. Defence is not doing too bad so far in the game. It's an interesting one. We're probably still waiting for a definitive pattern to develop from this game.
Yeah, there need to be quick movement nearly at this stage because both teams are very defensive. They're getting it hard to get the ball by the back lines on either side, so just depends on what's going to happen.
By the Galway side, Amy Dunleavy is the player who puts it into a forward line that all of a sudden for the last couple of minutes have been starved of possession. Fowley again making a right nuisance of herself, and there from a DCU perspective she's so energetic, so enterprising, going in, winning all the tackles, low centre of gravity and difficult to pin down.
Yeah, you could see the Trojan work going into them tackling there. It was tit for tat one stage there.
Yeah, definitely one of the battles there maybe to keep an eye out on as this game begins to progress. Ball kicked in again by Dunleavy, tries to land it in there towards the edge of the square. Devaney is there to try and pick it up, and once again there's an opportunity for DCU to break. Comes across to McGoldrick here, just outside her own 45-metre line. Ahern has gone back deep to direct the orchestra from a more, I suppose, of a retreated role than what we've witnessed her play thus far in the game. A little bit loose around the middle of the field this time. That enables players to try and converge on it, and the referee immediately blows the whistle. Well, one thing I've noticed about the game so far, any little bit of dillying or dallying or any bit of hesitancy in possession, you're leaving yourself very much open for the tackle to come in.
Surely are. You don't want to be loose. You need to get that ball in hand. You can see the two teams are going at it all together, so they need to push on with that.
Ahern seems to have maybe taken that advice on board, gets it to the 45-metre line now. And opportunities there to play the ball over towards this near side. Wilcox has it again here. Good play inside to Flanagan. Trying to go on to the right, then on to the left. Now gets the pass away. Opportunities again for Wilcox. Flanagan again involved in the move. Good ball right up towards the edge of the square. Ahern fisted inside. Now let's see what they can do from a position from here. Essen again trying to make the move forward, and again the shot goes in. And again the umpire is going for the white flag. Great movement. Good play again there from DCU. And their forward line are showing here that if they're given the opportunity, if the space is afforded to them, they know how to take scores.
Yeah, they're using that space really well. They're sneaking in, seriously sneaking in into them corners, and they're getting the scores out of it.
Well, let's see. There's one of the players just has taken a little bit of a knock there as well. I suppose you never like to see an injury at any time, but maybe from a University of Galway perspective, it just might stop the flow and the momentum that DCU are building up here.
Yeah, it might slow the game down, get them back on their feet, and put 2 feet down and maybe push on from here now. Give them a bit of break for the time being.
A little bit of respite indeed for them, which could be key as this particular competition goes along, or as this particular final goes along. The Lagan Cup, named after Joe Lagan, who was the 8th president of the Ulster LGFA. That's the piece of silverware that the two teams are playing for here this afternoon. We're still a long way knowing where the destination of that cup is going to go. But it's University of Galway who have a little bit of catching up to do at this stage. They're on the attack, however. Enterprising position again for them here. Possibilities for them for their forward line that are just waiting, you feel, maybe to catch fire. Towie again in possession. Not really a whole lot happening. Has to play a somewhat speculative ball in there. And the type of possession, well, you couldn't be critical and you say, what type of ball was that into a forward line? But as she was looking up there was little or no options for her.
Yeah, it was that 50-50 ball. It just broke down in DCU's advantage there. So they got the free as well. So they can work it up now, hopefully get a score out of this.
DCU again moving forward. Julia Dempsey taking the return and moves up towards her own 45-metre line, looking to inject a little bit of urgency. Good block down by Fowley again. What do we say about her? Absolutely defending heroically, very much starting the defence from the full forward line, which is something always you like to see. Now can she match it with a finish? Oh, that's beautiful. That's in and over the bar. That's a score that they're going to be celebrating down round Drummahere this evening. Good score indeed there from Amy Fowley.
You said at the start about Amy Fowley, she was one to watch out for, and she just showed there that she's getting great scores out of her game.
Well, it's her performance probably deserved thus far in the game. Makes it now 3 points to 2, reduces the deficit, just 1 between them now at this stage. And immediately DCU look to come on the attack. The player who was making serious headway for them there was Ellie Barron before the whistle sounded, and an unfair intervention, says the referee. And we're going to have a free in now for DCU, and again it's going to be Ahern. Catherine Ahern is going to be the player who is lining up to take this one. One, I presume, from this range. Would you fancy her to get a score?
You never know with Catherine. She's usually not off target, but unfortunately that one's after dropping short. But usually she is very accurate.
Yeah, which is a difficult angle at the same time, but she has a player who is normally fairly prolific when it comes to those type of frees, and I'm sure she'll give us many examples of that as the game goes on. Ball walked again over towards this near side of the field. Lauren Walsh again with 2 players to aim at over there on the main seated area. Good delivery for her. Or from her, and again there's the opportunity here for University of Galway to come forward right in this game, despite being going out of it for a few minutes or so. They've had plenty of possession. It's a matter of getting some scores on them. Katie Bell might be about to address that, gets her shot away, but maybe she was slightly off balance or whatever. Just didn't really make the right connection to it. Third wide of the game for them, and again a good opportunity there, one that you normally would expect maybe to be converted again in these conditions.
Yeah, Katie did very well there this side. She was here on her own for a while and she broke that pace then. Unfortunately, she just wasn't able to get the score.
And let's see now what DCU can do. An opportunity for them to hit back almost immediately. Wilcox again, the player, was coming towards the middle of the field here. A lot of Galway players have retreated back and it affords space to Catherine Ahern again. A lot of the joy has come down that right side for them so far. Rolling forward here is Julian Dempsey. There's a good pass inside if they can keep this one in play. Flanagan looking to try and do exactly that. Got it onto the left boot. The angle was acute. She got her shot away and she took her point in excellent fashion. Again, a fairly prominent player for them here so far, Grace Flanagan. That angle looked acute, but not when you got her skill, her ability, and her able to get a score like that. Now leaves the scoreline 4 points to 2.
Yeah, that was a great score there. Really worked in well. Took their time out here outside 45, but then broke in and got a great score out of it.
So it's DCU with that 2-point advantage, leading by 4 points to 2 now at this stage here against University of Galway. And again, it's DCU who break up that attack on their own 45-metre line. Growing into the game now a little bit again, you feel. Ahern switches it again to the far side. Dempsey has been an ever-present outlet over there. Has gone towards the direction of Grace Flanagan. Just a little bit of a push there spotted by the referee this time. You could always maybe describe that as a forwards tackle.
You could, yeah, you definitely could, but she was lucky to get the free there. She's working it back to her keeper now, but sure, look, we just have to see where this takes now.
It's good to have a representative of the forwards union maybe here batting for them a little bit maybe in this game, but in fairness I think you've played in a lot of positions there. You'd be familiar with what's involved in the defensive setup here as well, and indeed it's the defences so far that have maybe got a lot of the headlines in this game. Opportunity again for University of Galway as they come forward inside the 45-metre line now. Ball played again here towards Lauren Walsh. Really getting space, almost surprised by the amount of space that she's been afforded there. Has to switch it back here. Maeve Walsh now is going to bring it in. DCU have players back. Maybe that's the downside of zonal marking, that you've got to get somebody close, somebody to take responsibility. It's a free here in any case. It's Aisling McCormick again who is going to be the player to line up to take it, and a gilt-edge opportunity maybe for her here to get this particular score. Now this is one they probably should get.
Definitely, she just needs to set herself up right and take the angle, and she should get a good out of it.
That's better. That's in. That's over. Never was really in doubt on the moment it left her boot. Her second point of the game. Nicely taken score as well. The Donegal player making sure that she converted that one well and gets that point. Her second of the game leaves it 4 points to 3 now. DCU leading by 1, and just like the last game where the result was that the final was in question right down to the home stretch, again we look to be going along a similar pattern here.
Yeah, it looks definitely, it's all up in the air at the minute. It's anyone's game to win, so we just have to see what happens in the next few minutes.
All to play for and all in the mix, and hopefully you're enjoying our coverage wherever you're watching it today. Again, the ball beating everybody over there at the exception of Ellen Donoghue. The cornerback has lost out, however. Looks to be in a strong position to claim that one. Now they've given away the free, and there's more possibilities here now maybe for DCU to extract further punishment. Referee going in, making sure that it's going to be taken from the correct position. Well, the angle here is acute, and it's going to be the number 13, Emily Byrne, for Dublin City University, who's going across to take this one. There she is, standing on the 21-metre line. You can see her camera shot. Sorry to drop this one in dangerously into the mix. But University of Galway, with a number of players back, are able to deal with that with the minimum of fuss. And they bring it out here to their own 45-metre line again as the counter-attack play starts with Maeve Walsh here. Midfielder getting by halfway. Strong running, taking on Laura Cuskelly. Brings play up now to the opposition 45-metre line. Here's Lauren Walsh again. Spotted the runner. Good vision. Good intelligent use of possession here. Possibilities once more now. Emily O'Connor was the player that set up the pass. Eventually the shot comes in from distance, but it just goes out to the left of the post and wide. It was the full forward in the end. Brona McDonald, one of the Sligo players who had the shot in the finish, but it just went wide. A lot of things to admire about the build-up play there, but again, maybe the common factor of this match that we've seen so far, the level of finishing just letting it down a little bit.
Definitely, but as I said before, DCU's defence there were very, very tight up onto all their players, so there wasn't really anyone looking for the ball, but she just was unfortunate with that miss.
DCU again with Wilcox bringing this ball forward. Flanagan the intended target inside. Good defending again from the Galway team. And again here they come on this counter-attack. Maeve Walsh plays it in quickly here towards Sarah Duffy, centre half forward with pace to burn. Decides to take on her marker, does well, uses her strength to get her away from that tackle. Now she's at the edge of the D here. Still going forward, onto the left boot. She was under a little bit of pressure as she kicked that one. And again, unfortunately, it's drifted out there to the left of the post and wide. It's just a game, you feel, is waiting for a catalyst. One particular score, maybe a goal or something to really help it as opposed to light the blue touch paper and take off from there.
Yeah, it kind of leaves it all up in the air, as I said before, which makes it more even exciting. So.
Well, it's close, it's tense. There's only 2 points between them, and we've played almost 25 minutes here in the opening half. Be very brave pundit who would predict the outcome of this one. Towie again making the space to take on a couple of markers. Walsh is there to help her out. Here too is centre half back Kathy Hogan. Good running from Hogan, a player from the Premier County of Tipperary. Gets up to the edge of that D once again where she's fouled, and again it's going to be an opportunity for a player, Aisling McCormick, who has kicked 2 points in the game thus far. This one may be slightly further out than the last one, but again you feel it's one going by the body language and the way she's shaping up here is definitely going to be one. Oh, I was going to say it's one that you'd expect her maybe to have a go for a score, but she was a little bit concerned that had been a mite outside her compass range. Sarah Duffy meanwhile is going to bring it forward. She's in a lot closer, but the angle was an awful lot more acute. Well, that was interesting. I was trying to figure out there for a moment or two what Aisling McCormick was going to do. After scoring 2 already, I felt it was maybe within her compass range and she could have had a go at that one.
Yeah, I'd say it's the fact with the atmosphere in here, it's that there's no wind to help her bring that ball in over the bar, so she was looking around in panic, kind of looking for someone to move for her, but she did get the ball to Sarah Duffy, but she just was unfortunate.
Just shows again, I suppose, now the various dynamics that have to be taken into consideration here that go with a final. Getting the hand in there was Sarah Duffy, but the referee says illegally so. And that's going to be another free here to DCU. Our 6th team, St. Patrick's College of Thurles, now known as Mary Immaculate College of Thurles, and IT Blanchardstown, now Technological University of Dublin Blanchardstown on the campus there, have both won this competition twice in the past. Indeed, there's been 9 colleges that have claimed the title, with TUS Midwest claiming their first ever success last year back in 2022. These 2 teams, no strangers to each other as well, met in round 2 of the Lagan Cup back on the 8th of February. DCU beat University of Galway on that occasion by 3 points, 2 goals and 9 to 2 goals and 6. A close encounter, 3 points between the teams in the finish, and again the evidence here to suggest today that this could be something similar of an occasion. A good close match between the teams. Bringing the ball forward here for DCU is Ellie Barron. Now the centre half forward, Catherine Ahern, inside the 45-metre line, just lost control of it at precisely the wrong moment. Wilcox is there to try and ensure that they get secondary possession, but she's overcarried it, and again the ball given away. It's mistake after mistake so far here. No team wants to hold on to possession. Annalise Green now bringing it into a more advantageous role. Down again it goes towards that full forward line. Crean takes the return, 14 metres out. The angle becoming acuter all the time. Grace Flanagan controlling it well. They're really looking to prize open an opportunity. Ahern again on the edge of the D. Here's Ellie Barron, and again the pass goes astray. Oh, goodness me, it's probably turning in maybe a little bit frustrating here for the 2 sets of forward lines at the minute. It's that last pass is killing both teams.
Yeah, they seem to be giving away the ball and panicking a bit much for either side, so let's hope now Galway get a score.
Played this one outside her. Now this could be better. Here's an opportunity for Lauren Walsh, who has pushed right up with the attack there. They've made the space. The shot eventually comes in from Amy Fowley. 1 point already to her credit. You could double that advantage. She's just in her 2nd point of the game, and there's the player who has shown the rest of her, well, maybe competitive competitors in the forward line and our colleagues on our own team how scores can be got. 4 points apiece now at this stage. Excellent score. So again the kick out taken, and again it comes short. And very much a game now that's right down into the mix. Here comes McDonald. Here's the full forward. Switches it outside. Or Emily O'Connor. Chance maybe of a goal. Gets her shot away. Has to be content with a point. 1 or 2 scores beginning to flow in now. Fowley and O'Connor both on the score sheet there. Possible goal chance you might have felt with that most recent score to leave it 5 points to 4 now in favour of University of Galway.
Definitely. She could have took a goal there, but she took the point, and now they're winning by a point. So it probably was the right move in the end. They got 2 points there in the space of a few minutes, so it just shows how the game can change in no time.
Nicely caught again by Sarah Duffy in the middle of the field. That was a real, I suppose, the meat and the sandwich in there as the ball was played in there towards Sarah Duffy, I think, was the player who was going in. Aisling McCormick is coming across there to take. Well, certainly knew she was in a collision there. Just got caught in between 2 players. Always a dangerous place to be.
Yeah, well, it was a bit of a 50-50 ball. But,
it was, yeah, absolutely.
They both were going for it, so she just got sandwiched between the 2 of them in the end, but we'll just have to see what Finbar decides to do now.
Showed great bravery to go in there because it was always going to be a difficult ball, and got the free. And I suppose it's coming at a time as well where University of Galway have picked up a little bit of momentum. Those 2 scores now in a row very much has given them that little bit of a catalyst that we were looking for earlier, maybe to try and push home and get a little bit of an advantage here in whatever time we've left between now and the half-time whistle.
Yeah, it's definitely given them a bit of backing now to push on and get a few scores before half-time.
Let's see what's going to be done with this one. Well, we'll maybe not try and even second guess what Aisling McCormick is going to do. She's going to go short again. She's looking to play that precision ball inside. Well taken again by Fowley, and there you go. Simple as that. The 1-2 into Amy Fowley, and she gets her 3rd point of the game. And it's University of Galway who now lead at this stage by 5 points to 4.
Oh, goal. Yeah, that was a great goal. That was a great goal, yeah. Just slipped in underneath the keeper's hand, underneath the bar, so they were lucky enough to get that in the end.
1-5 to 4. Well, there you go. It was a lovely finish, just tipped inside and had enough on it to get in there for that. How important do you think that goal is going to be?
Oh, it definitely gives them a higher advantage now. It gives them the chance to push on now for the next few minutes. Time is up on our clock here, but we'll just have to see what Finbar decides to do.
And really, I suppose a shot like that was just dipping in there, always a nightmare for a goalkeeper to deal with.
Oh, it surely is. She was very unfortunate there not to get her hands on that ball, but it gives University of Galway the chance to push on now.
There's the shot now coming in again from distance, being lobbed inside it again there. Fowley is very much on fire here at the minute. It's a 1-5 to 4. It's all of a sudden, it's gone into, I suppose, a hugely decisive advantage now. There was really, for long stages, nothing between the teams. Now it's double scores. The timing of the goal as well, just before half-time. How significant is that?
It'll definitely change DCU's attitude for the second half. When they come out, they'll be wanting to push on and maybe get theirs another goal on the board.
Well, the narrative would have changed completely. Flanagan now looking to try and get something here at the other end. Loose ball skirms inside, and the referee has seen it off, and he's blowing the half-time whistle. Well, it was a half that I suppose was a very much a slow burner, would be fair to say to them, and we were waiting maybe for something to take place. It happened right at the end. Just going back to the shot again there from Fowley that ended up in the back of the net. If she was honest, do you feel maybe was she going for a point?
I'd say she was going for the point, but she just got lucky in the end that it just slipped underneath the bar, but it gives them a higher advantage now going into the second half.
Both sets of forward lines, maybe we mentioned the word frustrated, maybe by the final pass letting them down. I presume the 2 half-time team talks here will focus in a lot of that. Good build-up play, a lot of good play maybe from the 2 teams in the middle third of the field, but it's just to try and improve on that level of finishing. Yeah,
it just shows now how quick a game can change in no time. They just need to kind of push on, work harder. They're doing great either side, or pushing on either way. We just seen that at the very towards the very end there until NUIG got the goal. But yeah, no, it's great to see.
Definitely an advantage for University of Galway at half-time. They've built up a little bit of a lead here for themselves. 1 goal and 5 points to 4 points. It's 8 to 4. Double scores, but these games can change very quickly, and we're now looking forward to the second half. We'll be back with coverage very shortly here from the Dome here in Connacht. What a match we've witnessed so far. 1 goal and 5 points to 4 points, the scoreline at half-time. From the University of Galway Connacht GAA Dome, we'll take our break for the moment. Come back to us shortly.
competed against each other.
Yeah.
God, so far you're getting on very well. So I'll write my name, durable, and then I'm going to stand next to the wall. And how do you manage, say, your nutrition at college? Because you're so busy. I feel like you're the busiest women in the country. You're juggling about a million things.
Is someone going to teach me something?
We'll try.
Do I have any hope? Do I have any hope,
Practice, yeah.
Okay, I think we have a bit of work today. We'll be back another day.
Before we get started, I know you know this. Got to do a little bit of a warm up. So I'm going to do 3 of my favorite exercises. Is that all right?
Yep.
Okay, let's start squatting. Okay, so as low as you're comfortable to go, we'll aim for 10. So we'll just do a few reverse lunges. So the exercise is roll down, walk out. If you want to do a little press up, but you don't have to. Okay, what's your best attribute as a player?
I think my work rate.
Ashling?
Communication, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Like always wanting to win. So.
Okay, we're going to do a little stretch while we get the last one. Do a quad stretch.
Probably say my vision on the pitch.
Go on, that's very interesting. Vision on the pitch. Are we a little bit warmer?
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, good job. We get ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
the University of Galway Connacht GAA Dome. Just one change to tell you about. Grace McColgan has come in, number 24. And Caitlin Wilcox is the player who has gone off of the DCU team. The only change that has taken place at the interval. So away we go for the second half. Because Kelly trying to make early inroads into the defence there, but Maeve Walsh again cuts it out. 1 goal and 5 to 4 points. Amy Fowley really contributing with 1-2 there, very much proving to be the difference between the teams in the opening half. Ball has come across here again. Oh, Emily O'Connor, well anticipated, well read by Catherine Ahern. Now she's got some space to attack here, weaving her way through the defence up to the 21-metre line, decides to get the pass away, but over carried the ball, and I suppose the second half starting the pattern very much that we watched time and time again in the opening half.
Yeah, we just seen Catherine pushing on there now. She really worked the ball in there. She just took too much out of it in the end.
Orla Murphy is coming in, number 14. Rona McDonald is coming off. Well, Orla Murphy from Fermanagh was due to start the game originally, didn't start. The place went instead to Lauren Walsh, but she's in now right at the start of the second half and will be hoping to play her part. Ali Barron there again picking the ball up. Opportunities now for Hannah McHugh. Back to Barron it goes. As a player free on this near side is Julia Dempsey, who has been a constant link between defence and attack in the opening half. Wants to play the ball into the forward line, but not really a ball that was ever going to suit Emily Byrne. So again, it's the one that favoured Saoirse Gallagher, the Mayo under-20 player who came away with that. Ellen Donoghue, cross here to the Maeve Walsh it comes. Now she's burning up some ground. Walsh spots the player making the run. It's a midfield partner, Katie Bell, who gets the shot away. And Katie Bell slots it in between the posts, and it was very much a case there of whom the bell told.
Yeah, you see Maeve going there. She got on her bike and she was gone, and Katie Bell took on that run as well alongside her, give off the ball and got a great score out of it.
Now leaves the scoreline. University of Galway 1 goal and 6 points and 4 points for DCU. So University of Galway 1-6, DCU 4 points now. The scoreline at the moment. And the ball again comes down towards this near side of the field. Well taken here again by Emily Byrne, showing well for the ball at the start of the second half. Ahern. And now with the injection of pace is Julia Dempsey. Always has the single-minded direct running in her performance. Always good to see a wing-back attacking like that. Gets it in here towards Eve Heston. Heston again making the space. Gets inside the 14-metre line for the referee's whistle. Eventually sounds the signal of free and taken quickly. The angle was acute, so she's gone for Grace Flanagan here. Let's see what she can do. She might turn into provider. Still there's an opportunity, and the DCU player has hit the deck and comes back out to Emily Byrne again. Didn't fancy having a shot off the left. Goes across to McGoldrick, keeps it in play, keeps it back to Byrne. Byrne again inside the 14-metre line. Just want to get a finisher on the end of this move. They've got so much possession here. Opportunity again for Chris Kelly, and they managed to get the finisher at the end of the move, and it's her opening point of the game. Good point on the girl from the faithful county. Well, we were just saying it in the commentary there. When were they going to get somebody that was going to take on a shot? Eventually the midfielder decided to shoot at it, have the shot, and it's now 5 points to 1 goal and 6.
Yeah, the Maeve right moved there by swinging it either side. Sure, went from one side to the other, so it was great to see them getting a score out of that great move.
Nice score indeed, and well taken, and it very much keeps the game totally and completely alive as a contest. Towie has hit a good ball into the forward line, and now they've recycled it back out here. Again, it's Fowley who has that shot. Well, they're trying to close her down, as you could probably imagine, a little bit quicker than they were. Some movement on the bench here as well. Number 21 is about to be introduced here. That's Aoife Kilcommons, another for a Galway player. And number 6, Hannah McHugh from the Royal County of Meath, is the player who is going to be brought off. Langford again with the kick out. The Cork goalkeeper on one side of the field. Defending the goal to our left here. That's a lovely ball in there again. It goes towards Grace Flanagan. Now she's moving here, edge of the D. Flanagan takes on her marker. 21-metre out towards the 14. Gets the shot away. Dispatches it in and over the bar. Second point of the game. Always good to see a full forward showing like that. Winning the ball, boring the hole and taking the score.
Yeah, Aoife Kilcommons only after coming on there, she kicked that ball into Grace there to get her an opening space, and she got a great score out of it.
One thing I noticed about that ball, and you'll know an awful lot more about this than I, but as a forward, it's that direct ball going in rather maybe than opposed to the sideways or diagonal ball all the time. That direct ball into a full forward where they can run out, turn, take on a marker, always hugely advantageous.
Yeah, she was lucky that time. There was only one person in front of her, one person she had to beat, and she bet her and got a great score out of it in the end.
Just 3 between them now at this stage. 1 goal and 6 to 6 points. The scoreline here at the moment, and there's another opportunity here once more for University of Galway, but DCU are able to break that one up and cut it down and get the ball moving once again. Always have been dangerous on the counter-attack here, the Dublin City University team today, and they've worked this one into a hurl again. Right at the edge of the scoring zone she goes. Oh, she's taken out a marker, leading her a merry dance, you could say, but she's over carrying the ball. She's protesting the decision there. Might have tried to solo it happen, but once you go round like that a couple of times, you're always giving the referee an option to do that.
Shirley are, unfortunately, there. She just got mixed up. She was looking for someone else to pass it out, surrounded by Galway girls, so it's hard to get the ball out.
And again, once any bit of dissent, referees nowadays quite more often than not bring the ball forward directly. Now let's see if University of Galway can maybe hit back and get a score or two of their own here, just to maybe settle themselves down a little bit after DCU enjoyed a good passage of play over the last couple of minutes. Coming in here to the mix is their midfielder, Maeve Walsh, onto the right boot, gets the shot away, but unfortunately for her, it was tailing wide from the very moment that it left her boot. But at the same time, from a University of Galway perspective, to get a period of possession now in the opposition half of the field is probably important. It's been a big defensive unit for them, and interesting to note as well, the way DCU have set up their forward line, just 3 players left upside, 2 maybe playing a little bit further out. Grace Flanagan left as the focal point of the pen of the attack. It's an interesting formation where they're trying to exploit space here.
Yeah, I'd say they're trying to use the space, open up the middle part, easy to get that ball in, work it through the hands, work, and then they'll be in, hopefully,
it's a
to get a
formation
few
that lends itself to possibilities for any attacking team if they can create the right quality ball going in. Now there's an opportunity here once more for Julia Dempsey. Goes to ground under the weight of the tackle from Kate Bell. Dublin lady scored a point a moment ago, 2 ago as well. Referee again has got that notebook out. Well, what's the outcome going to be here, do you feel?
I'd say it's just a tick. I'd be surprised if she gets a card now for what she did there.
Well, she's moving as if she's going to be shown a card, I think. And her body language is suggesting that she is coming off. She knows what the outcome is going to be. And it's a yellow card in the period in the send bin as a result. So Katie Bell, the Dublin player with University of Galway, is beginning to have to start a period of time in the send bin. So opportunities here now for Grace McColgan. She was introduced at half-time, remember, for DCU. And now let's see how that's going to address the situation. And the DCU players picking up a knock there as well, and the referee immediately stopped it. Now let's talk to me a little bit, if we can, maybe about what the significance here, again bearing in mind the conditions, the fast pace of the game, and having that numerical advantage or disadvantage. Let's discuss that for a moment.
I say now that's a bit of an advantage now for DCU. They need to push on. They have the extra man out there in the field, so they just need to work that ball in. I'd say Galway now, as you can see, Aisling McCormick is down there now. She's sitting in front of her keeper at the minute. So hopefully now they probably will play more of a defensive game now that they're down a man for the time being.
I'm not going to suggest to do it for a moment, but I presume from University of Galway at this stage, you know, they're in a position where they've got a little bit of a lead built up, albeit 3 points. Do they try and slow down the game, stop it, frustrate it as much as possible, and try and eat into this period where they're going to have a player less on the field?
I'd probably say they should work the ball in. Don't panic. Don't be losing that ball, especially that long ball going in. It's very hard to break down, especially now that DCU have a woman sitting in front. So we just have to see what way they work it from here on in.
All really to play for. Remember, these teams, as we mentioned a little bit earlier on, met earlier in February. DCU with the victory that day. But the Galway girls very much now trying to address that and set the record straight today. They've worked the ball again here to Orla Murphy. She's been introduced, didn't start the game, but is in there now. Out it comes again here for their midfielder, Maeve Walsh. Again switches it out here to Fowley. Again gets the shot away, and once more it's easily gathered and anticipated there by Langford, the goalkeeper, by Michaela Hart, the goalkeeper. Good play from her. And she gets her clearance away over towards this near side of the field. DCU moving with Cus Kelly again. Here's Ahern, their centre half forward. They've got to prize open the opportunities. Aoife Kilcommons, wearing number 21, has been brought in as a sub as well. It's going to be all about maybe trying to make that space, make those opportunities now with the extra player on the field. Eve Heston has come in and out of the game a little bit at various stages. Good ball dropped down into the full forward line. Nice delivery on that one. Again invites the forward onto it. She invites the tackle, and Emily Byrne has won the free. And there's more reinforcements coming off the bench. Number 19 as well. Megan Moyna is about to come in here in place of number 5, Julia Dempsey, who, as we've mentioned time and time in the commentary, has left everything out there on the pitch, has been a great link between defence and attack, and has put in some shift today.
Yeah, I say bringing on the fresh legs now, definitely making an appearance in the game, make a difference. So especially now that they're down a man, they're going to probably run that ball in, try and break that line with the extra woman on the field.
There's the resulting free, but it's just tailed away to the wrong side of the post, and why Catherine Ahern again will be maybe a little bit disappointed about that. By the way, if we're finished level at the end of normal time, 2 10-minute periods of extra time, and it goes to penalties in this competition to sort out the winners as well. So there's a winner on the day, and that could take a period of time to resolve, but still we're a good bit away from that situation. But at the same time, a 3-point lead, it's always somewhat of a fragile lead, to say the least. Opportunities here now for Carrion again, and from the University of Galway perspective, quick free taken by Ahern. They sense that there could be something here for the taking. Again, they've managed to get the ball into that forward line, but again it's a little bit pedestrian in there as Emily Byrne got it. Just not happening for them in the full forward line. Happening maybe sporadically, but not consistent enough.
Yeah, you've seen there that they got the hands in and got possession, but they're after losing it there again. Even though they're up a man, Galway being seriously defensive and doing very, very well in there.
So the Galway now deciding to go short with their old goalkeeper. Eva Langford again has played it out towards this near side, and it comes across here towards Aisling McCormack. Good strong running game that she possesses. Showed a fair degree of accuracy from some of the frees a little bit earlier as well. Ellen Donoghue, the player from Laois, switches it over to the far side. Now possibilities for Galway as they begin to push bodies forward now at this stage. Emily O'Connor, stopwatch telling us that we played almost 12 minutes here in the second half. Soon we'll be getting to a stage as we enter into the final quarter where both teams are really going to have to go at this one if they're going to be successful in securing silverware. Now Fowley tormenting them again onto the right boot. Low trajectory on the shot. Goalkeeper comes out and takes it well there. Michaela Hart, who made one telling intervention early on in the opening half as well, and that's a free out for Dublin City University. Their turn to attack on this near side of the field as they look to turn defence into attack. No Julia Dempsey there, so Katie Callagher now is the player who almost fills into that role. Lovely weighted pass inside there, did really well to find Grace McColgan. Now it's gone in diagonally to the forward line, and look at the shot again from Catherine Ahern. I don't know whether she was off balance or ill-advised to kick that one, but it's so frustrating. The build-up play was so good there, the precision in the passing was excellent, but it just gets in, and then lo and behold the finish leaves a little bit to be desired.
Yeah, Katie Carr did really, really well there. She spotted Aoife Kilcummins and passed the ball into her. Unfortunately, Catherine wasn't able to get the accuracy on it, but if they keep working like that, they'll surely get a few more scores on the board.
You just get a feeling at the end of the game they could probably rue and regret some of those chances that have come their way. Kathy Hogan from the Premier County of Tipperary looking to make some headway on this near side of the field. Goes short with her free, and they move it in there again to Maeve Walsh. University of Galway now know that they probably need the next score or two. Aisling McCormack bringing the ball into an advantageous position. Here's Fowley again. They know all about her running game, and again it has the desired effect. The foul conceded, and an opportunity for Aisling McCormack coming up here. Hit a couple of points a little bit earlier in the game, and this is one you feel that she just has to maybe steady herself down, take the score, keep the scoreboard ticking over, and reduce the deficit to 2 points. You feel would maybe be the intended outcome. Not quite happy maybe with the amount of air in the football, so the O'Neills has made its way over towards this near side, and a substitute football immediately kicked in. Also, just an interesting point, if the light of the dome at any stage interferes with the able to pick out the white football, the white O'Neills there, there will be an orange football that can be used a little bit later on as well. Could be something telling, maybe as we enter into the final, the last of the games here a little bit later on this evening. Meanwhile, Aisling McCormick here off the right, strikes in the free, and again, would you believe it, has gone wide. That was one really, again, that you just probably wanted, bring the game to a 2-point lead, and psychologically you start asking all the questions. 2 points, an extremely dangerous lead,
yeah,
but it
really,
stays at 3.
Yeah, probably would have upped the ante there for University of Galway if they had gotten that score, but unfortunately they didn't. But you can see the DCU are struggling to tame Amy in there. She's flying, she's taking on her players, and she's drawing the free, so she needs to just keep up at that.
1 goal and 6 to 6 points it remains here, so just 3 between the teams. Now there's opportunities here almost immediately for DCU to hit back here. Grace McColgan was one of the players who set it up. Ahern switches it out here to Ellie Barron. She decides to have a shot. That's going to drop short, and well taken by Eva Langford, the goalkeeper, doing exactly what you'd expect a goalkeeper to do there, taking it at chest high and bringing the ball out here from defence. Again come the Galway defenders here, looking to make amends for that miss just a couple of moments ago. Again, getting some joy and attacking on the far side of the field. Maeve Walsh now brings it in. Nicely weighted pass in again to the corner forward. Amy Fowley again cutting in, 14 metres out, coming back out to the 21, making a better angle for herself, but just lost out in possession in the end. And now it's going to be the opportunity for DCU to come forward. Annalise Crean now in possession. Decides to go with the fisted pass this time. Both teams really now beginning to inject urgency into it. Grace Flanagan has come deep, 45 metres out from goal. Remember, played the majority of the match in the full forward line. Grace McColgan now, still as McColgan decides to play it outside her. Now, could this be a moment for DCU? Oh, brilliant defending back there. That was all about the anticipation, waiting to make the tackle at the right time. Brilliant piece of play from the Galway defender.
Yeah, she judged that very well. You could just see she just got the hand in at the right time, and she broke down that ball, and now Galway are away with it.
Yeah, it was a really telling piece of play indeed there from Ellen Donoghue, the least player representing University of Galway here today. Maeve Walsh is their midfielder. That's always going to favour Anna Lyons, who very much read the flight of that ball, anticipated where it was going to go. And DCU have possession back here again. 16 minutes, 41 gone in the stopwatch now, and 3 points between them, and we're looking at some more movement about to come here from the DCU bench. Leda McGrath is the player who is coming in. Number 25, number 12 is going off. Evelyn McGoldrick is the player who is making way, and a number of positional switches as well taking place to coincide with that. Annalise Crean has almost ghosted over here to this right-hand side of the field as well, if they wanted to try and pick her out from the resulting pass. Also waiting there for is Ellie Barron. Now number 18 is coming in for University of Galway as well. Ava McFadden, another one of the Roscommon contingent of the team, and now to be introduced at number 19, Lauren Walsh is coming off. So it's a Roscommon player who replaces a Mayo player on the University of Galway team at this stage. All still in the mix here, but 3 between the teams, and it's getting into a situation where there's real urgency now coming on the DCU performance, you feel, at this stage. In possession back there for them is Emily Byrne again. Now let's see, can they work the ball into one of the finishers maybe from this particular move. Flanagan in the main has been one of those players for them. Elects to kick this one out here to Laura Cuskelly. Plenty of movement from her. Annalise Crean is free off her shoulder. Elects instead to go here for Eve Hession. Taking the ball on inside the 40-metre line, gets her shot away. Are we back to a 2-point ball game? The run of the umpire says yes, we are. And there's 2 between the teams here as we head into the closing stages of the game. 1 goal and 6 to 7 points. It's well, getting edgy out there for both teams, Emma.
Yeah, definitely. I thought the ball was probably going to Annalise Crean there, but no, Eve Hession was there. She got the ball, she took on her player and got the score out of it.
Well, this really could go anywhere. It's on a knife edge now at this stage. The DCU results so far won 6-12 to 6 points against RCSI in round 1, 2-9 to 2-6 against University of Galway in round 2, and won 3-11 to 2-7 against Atlantic Technological University of Mayo in the semi-final. Won't mention too much about that due to our co-commentator being involved in that game. We might hear a little bit more about it later. Here come University of Galway coming forward here again. Cassidy has brought the ball forward for them and again has overcarried it. We've seen an awful lot of elementary errors in this game.
Definitely. When you look up on either side, when one's attacking, the other's attacking. So when DCU's attacking, there's a sea of maroons, and the other side, sea of yellow. So
Katie Bell, I think, has come back in, so her period in the send bin has ended. She's back in, and they're up to the numerical advantage again, just 2 points down. They'll be feeling that maybe they held it relatively well. Just, I think there was 3 between the teams which was going off, and now the lead has just been cut by a single score since then. So maybe when you're looking at the game in blocks and you had that disadvantage for the period of time, you'd be quite happy maybe just to have conceded the 1 point.
Yeah, she got a bit of a break there as well, so her legs are going to be flying. You can see she's taken off there. If she can get in the end of that ball, hopefully they might get a score out of it.
Now let's see with that injection what they can do. Sarah Duffy now is the player who comes into an advanced role here with it. Duffy as well to get the ball eventually under control. She's made some real headway and getting her shot away, and again the umpire going there for the flag to signal the score. Good strong running, took on the defence, took the responsibility of getting the shot away. 1-7 to 7 points now, and Michaela Hart needs to find someone with the kick out. Good score there.
Great score. Just took it well, settled herself and took on her player. Got a great score out of it.
Again, opportunities here for Fowley. Tries to play that one outside, but well anticipated by the defender who was racing back there. McGrath very much had to make sure that she got back to cut out that one, and involved here again. Fresh legs could really play a big part here, but McGrath has fallen foul of the referee again for that elementary error, and we could say of over-carrying it. Well, the two teams, sometimes you see maybe teams starting off nervously in finals like this, but that pattern, it's seemed to set in early and continued on for the majority of the game throughout. Walsh again in possession here. At the outshot of it all, there's still 3 between them. Towie right up to the edge of the D, makes that little bit of space, goes left and right onto the left boot. No real movement outside her, so she says she'll go for a shot herself, and the goalkeeper again was able to take it, just falling short. But wing back deciding to have the pop. 1 or 2 of those have fallen short all afternoon. We've seen both goalkeepers gather those up. 2 goalkeepers have been impressive today, by the way.
Yeah, they definitely haven't done anything wrong so far. Unfortunately, Michaela Hart was unfortunate with the goal in the first half, but other than that, no, they're doing perfectly fine.
Yeah, and that shot that did end up in the back of the net, but sometimes, you know, when you're going for a point like that and it just drops short at the last minute, not really a whole lot a goalkeeper can do about it. Now let's see what the fullback Saoirse Gallagher can do here for University of Galway. Trying to keep it in play was Emily O'Connor. It looks as she was maybe been fouled as she was going in for that ball. Referee eventually blowing the whistle and giving a free out that DCU will be quite happy to take. Again, it's going to be Crean who comes forward. Her run immediately and illegally blocked straight away. That's going to be a free in. Referee has got that notebook out again, just making 1 or 2 notes for himself. We've just had the 1 sin binning thus far in the game, and now at this stage another one really would be hugely telling and would have major consequences for both teams. 22.5 minutes played. Running on the far side of the field is Emily Byrne with possession, making some real headway now, right up there towards the 21-metre line. Again tries to get the pass inside. They managed to keep it alive inside as well. Graz, one of the players that have been introduced as a sub, has made an impact at the back. Some of the forwards have just maybe struggled to make a similar impact, and now it's University of Galway again with Ellen Donoghue, who sets them on their way. That diagonal ball was never going to find the intended target. That was Amy Fowley, and as a result of that, now possession immediately switched back over towards this near side, and chances for DCU. They're not giving up on this by any means as of yet. Still in there, still since there's a chance for them. They just got to work better quality into the possession.
Yeah, they had their bodies back there to regain possession and do that counter-attack, but now NUIG Galway, University of Galway are back on the ball again, and they're looking to get a score out of it, I'd say.
Sarah Duffy once more was the player who was given the opportunity to run forward, wins the free, and each and every second that ticks by here, you can probably feel it maybe going along according to script, maybe for University of Galway in that position of holding a 3-point lead at this stage. Would love to make it 4. Sarah Duffy, I think she's never going to have a shot at goal from here, is she? When she's lining out, she is going to have a shot at goal from here. It's going to drop short in towards the danger zone. It goes there. Also chasing after it was Orla Sullivan, another one of the subs who came in from the Kingdom of Kerry. Referee again is going to bring it out to the side to Hop the ball at this stage. It's I suppose an interesting position to be in here for University of Galway, leading by 3 points at this stage. If they can stretch out that lead, Fowley, snapshot really, and it goes wide. I was just about to say, leading by 3 points, substantial enough lead at this stage of the game, but still only a 1-score lead. An insurance point very much gives them that opportunity maybe to go into a game management mode.
Definitely, they just need to keep working. Keep the clock ticking over. There's only 6 minutes left as on our clock, so we just have to wait and see what the story is.
Emer Carroll from the DCU team has been introduced now at this stage. Number 13, Emily Byrne, is coming off. That's amazing. I know it's one of their teams is further down the rankings, but they've got a strong panel here. DCU just hoping that maybe somebody can unlock the door for them up front now and get what would be an absolutely vital score to put this game very much into the closing stages. A collision there between two of the Galway players, Aisling McCormick and Emily O'Connor, both going down. McCormick still on the ground, just slightly winded after getting that knock, getting some treatment, maybe off-camera shot there as we watch the attack unfold and develop. And the ball is brought forward by Katie Bell.
Brilliant ball.
Good vision from her, did really well to spot that run being made. Cassidy was the player who made it. Has to go soccer style, and yet again another over carrying. Well, how many times have we seen the referee give that signal today? In fairness to him, he's consistent.
He is consistent. Caoimhe Cassidy was there in her own. It was well spotted by Katie Bell to get that quick ball in. She just was unfortunate there over carrying the ball.
Just waiting for one baby score here is going to be so decisive at this stage. 7 points to 10, 3 between them. DCU probably are getting to the stage now. We don't know what injury time is going to be added on, but the thoughts of getting a goal could be soon coming into their reckoning. Orla Murphy has watched as the ball is played outside there. Eve Hession, and again the shot is coming in, a snapshot really, and ambitious enough effort really from a poor angle that very much failed to trouble the umpire. Not a whole lot more from him to work on that one as another attack goes wide. And again we can see Eva Langford now getting ready to take the kick out, retrieving the ball from behind the goal. 3.5 minutes of normal time remaining here in the Lagan Cup final. And I suppose if maybe the game might have been of the highest of quality, but it's certainly given us plenty of excitement and has kept us in suspense right up to the finish. No real options for the kick out. That was interesting. Lyons was able to take it. They could be able to get something here from this, you know. The ball played inside here to Carl, and again the whistle. Referee awarding the free out. Well, interesting to note there at this stage of the game, they pushed right up on the kick out. They were affording the University of Galway goalkeeper no soft options from that kick out.
Yeah, Shirley putting the pressure on to make her panic and kick the ball quick, but you've seen there that they've got the ball, nearly broke the play. It's just...
Oh, look at this. She's giving it away again. Here's an opportunity now for Grace Flanagan. Bears the ball back inside towards Ahern. She turns, she shoots, and again it goes wide. Well, just for a moment there, I suppose from the goalkeeper's perspective, she dillied and dallied a little bit with it and then kicked it away. It's a dangerous time to get complacent.
Definitely is. Catherine, you can see that she's getting quite frustrated because she's missing a lot, but hopefully she can just regroup herself and get a score on the board.
Time for cool heads here at this stage. Really does come down to the wire now, and the University of Galway Connacht GAA Air Dome, the venue for all these finals. What a
brilliant
feast of football we're enjoying here. And Women's Day, International Women's Day, and the ball being brought forward here again by Maeve Walsh. She's a player who's impressed, plays it outside her. Katie Bell back in with a vengeance. Here's an opportunity for Fowley. Ball just squirms free, and the referee spotted a little bit of pushing inside, and it's a free out. And as we tick into the final minute of normal time, it's still in the balance.
Definitely is. It's up for grabs for anyone here. You can see that they're just running that ball in, looking for them scores. They just need to push on either side. Galway need to keep their momentum up, keep attacking, don't slow down, and keep defending to keep the scores off the board for
well, there's going to be
themselves.
one dramatic moment here. Grace Flanagan bringing it forward. Grace Flanagan bringing the ball right up here to the edge of the square. Don't forget, in a couple of minutes we'll be announcing the player of today's final as well, and that's going to be a free in for DCU. But hang on at home, we've got 10 seconds of normal time left. There could be a late twist here in this one. Ball been won inside there by Catherine Ahern, tries to play the pass outside or towards the direction of Cus Kelly, keeps it in play. Here's once more is played in there towards, going to say Ahern, but it's Grace McColgan, switches the ball back again, and University of Galway survived this latest health scare, and they bring the ball forward. Now they'll just want to run this one into the corner, you feel. Coming up in it here is Amy Dunleavy. We're about to tick into the final 40 seconds of normal time. That's how close they are to winning this one, the Galway team here at the minute. And we can tell you as well that the player of the match has been selected, and it's number 2 for University of Galway, Amy Dunleavy, the Mayo player, getting the player of the match award here. Well deserved as well, it has to be said.
Yeah, definitely. She definitely deserved that. She worked well all day. She's gotten a lot of possession, kept a lot of players out.
Yellow card been shown there as well. So that's number 15 who is going to Orla Murphy, who has been shown the yellow card by the referee. Well, her period in the sin bin is going to consist of whatever injury time is going to be added on here at the end of the second half. I don't think we've seen a board go up yet to signal what injury time is going to be afforded here. There's still time for DCU to pull this one out of the fire. Crean bringing the ball forward. Here's an opportunity now for Chris Flanagan. Again, operating deep around the middle of the field. Aoife Kilcommons now. Off her shoulder there's Ellie Barron. Kilcommons again. Crean again. Here's Katie Carraher.
You can see
well anticipated, well read, good defending. You might question the pass, but the defending had to be done at the same time.
Yeah,
coming up to try and pick the pieces up there is Amy Fowley. She's gone back deep now at this stage. What a heroic performance she's put in as well. Sarah Duffy. All about holding on to the possession now at this stage. Seeing the game out has to be their main challenge. Maeve Walsh now, right inside the 45-metre line. Looks inside to get it towards Katie Bell. Katie is going to have to scamper there to keep that one. Now has it. Now looks to try and make the run inside. Gets by a whole number of players. Is this the insurance score? And it goes from Katie Bell. And over the bar from Katie Bell. And with 31 minutes played, it makes it 1-8-7, 11-7, 4 between the teams. Is that a decisive score?
Yes, definitely. I think that gives them the guarantee nearly now of the win. Unless DCU go down now and get a score on the board, I don't think there's much time left in this game anyway.
All up to DCU's forward line now. They now know that they're going to need 2 scores. The shackles are really going to have to come off at this stage. 31.5 minutes played. Ball walked in here towards the direction again of Catherine Ahern. There's a dangerous one in over the top there. Players battling, looking to try and get it back. But again, the defence of University of Galway does well and stand up, and they're able to clear it. Well, the University of Galway Connacht GAA Dome could be a happy hunting ground for them here this afternoon. They're moments away now from claiming the silverware. All eyes will be on the referee to see how much injury time he's going to add on. Towie bringing the ball out as far as Maeve Walsh. Really stringing a few passes together now, despite the fact that they've got that numerical disadvantage for the couple of closing minutes of this game. Saoirse Gallagher is the fullback. Good vision to pick out the player working. It's amazing what a lead can do as well for you. Everybody seems fresher out there in a maroon jersey at this stage.
Yeah, they're definitely more comfortable on the ball. They're holding possession and working well with the ball.
And the counter-attack has really worked out well here for Katie Bell, and she's played it inside. They can make absolutely sure with it. Fowley, a second goal coming up. Yes, it is! Amy Fowley, second goal from her, and the Leitrim player will remember this game, the girl from Jumahere, for some time to come. A goal in the first half, a goal in the second half. The keeper is injured as well, but that really has put the icing on the cake here for University of Galway.
Yeah, I say they're delighted now. They know they have the guaranteed win in the bag. I don't think DCU are going to come back at this stage, but they did fierce well. You can see the girls, some of them are cramping up out there, but it just shows that they worked their heart out today.
Well, spare a thought as well there. That's the silverware that's going to be coming up here, the Lagan Cup, very, very shortly. Indeed, the presentation will be taking place, and we'll hope to get that live, and maybe a quick word as well with the player of the match at the end of the final whistle here. The referee has checked his watch at this stage. 2 goals and 8-7 points. A commanding lead now at this stage for University of Galway. The first one really they've enjoyed in the game. 33 minutes played here at this stage. as University of Galway comes storming forward again, and the referee blows the final whistle, and it's the final whistle, and it's the cue to spark wild celebrations of University of Galway. Emma, your closing thoughts on the game?
That was an excellent game to watch until the very end. It was tit for tat at one stage, all up in the air. You didn't know what was going to happen, but yeah, no, it was a great game, very entertaining, and fair play to University of Galway.
The goal's absolutely crucial in the end. Just a quick look at the scoreboard, and I suppose two really different types of goals of Amy Fowley. One somewhat fortunate, you could say, in the opening half, maybe if she was going for a shot for the point. The second goal came right at the death. She showed great composure the way she took that one, and she was excellent throughout the game. She was excellent. She got great scores on the board, and definitely would backed herself for every score she took on, and she worked out well for University of Galway in the end. She's one of the best players I've seen here today so far, but yeah, she got great scores on the board. Full. Sometimes the forwards steal the headlines, and maybe rightly so. You'll say as a forward yourself. But what about Amy Dunleavy? Awarded the Player of the Match award, and I suppose one of those heroic players in defence. And we've seen this time and time again today, where some of the defenders have really had the better of their forward lines for long stages in the game. Amy Dunleavy obviously taking a bow and winning that Player of the Match award. Definitely, yeah. You had some of your forwards, like you've seen at one stage that, as I said, that there was a sea of Maroons at one stage for DCU attacking, so it was ideal for all of them, but fair play to Amy. Well, the presentation, as we can see, will be about to take place there inside the next couple of minutes or so. There's Amy Dunleavy. And Amy Dunleavy indeed is down on the sideline at the moment, and she's with Mike Finnerty at the moment. So we're about to go down to the sideline and join Mike.
Thanks very much, John. Amy, congratulations. What a game.
It was unreal, yeah. Unreal to win it, yeah. It feels really good.
A lot of emotions going through your head at the moment.
Bit out of breath, to be honest. Oh, let me calm down a spot before I start.
Tell me, when you think about turning points, I mean, there was very little between the teams. The late goal obviously gave you a little bit of breathing space, but turning points, what are the things that spring to mind for you?
Well, like, we played DCU in the first round and we lost them by 3 points. Like, we were coming to, like, we knew that we were very equal and that we had to be as strong as possible against, like, our own markers, so one-on-one. And we tried our absolute best, and I think that's the reason that we won, is we were fighting our own battles in this game, one-on-one. So, like, getting the ball in the back line and making sure that we don't do any silly passes so the forwards can have their chance to score.
What's it like to play in a final at the University of Galway, Connacht GAA Aerodome? It's a little different. It asks a lot of hard questions, doesn't it? It
does, yeah. Like, I think we're all precious apart from one girl, and to be in an all-Ireland final is unreal. Like, we didn't think we'd come this far in the first, like, year of playing football. It's absolutely unreal. And the Dome, like, I played here before. I am from Mayo, so I played here before, but, like, playing with, like, this kind of team and, like, all professionals feels really good. To be player of the match is obviously a highlight, but what's next? What's next for this group this evening, tonight? Back to Galway and let the celebrations begin? Yeah, back to Galway we go, and I can say it's going to be wild on the bus. Amy, congratulations, well done. Thanks so much, thanks.
Moment that University of Galway have been waiting for.
Technological University, who are our hosts for these championships, and also Connacht GAA for the use of the Connacht Centre of Excellence for the few days over the finals week. On behalf of the HEC, I also want to thank the coaches, the colleges for all of the work that they put in, and also the players. Without you, these championships wouldn't happen. And so on behalf of the HEC, I want to thank you and congratulate you on today's game. Also, I want to thank the referee and his officials for doing a great job in relation to officiating the match. I'm joined by our HEC committee member, Con Moynihan, who is also the president of Connacht LGFA, and he is now going to present the Player of the Match award to Amy Dunleavy of the University of Galway team.
course, our team also successful here in the Lagan Cup final as well. Kathy Hogan, the team captain. They're now coming forward to lift the Lagan Cup aloft. Confirmation of the fact University of Galway are the champions. Mike.
I'd like to thank Michael for organising all the matches. I'd like to thank DCU for putting up a great match against us. You're a brilliant opposition. I'm sure your future is very bright. I'd like to thank the Dome for having us, Galway's own Dome, the university, and I'd like to thank the university for sponsoring the gear. Up Galway!
The champions in the end, Emma. Fantastic victory for them.
Yeah, fair play to them. You can see they're absolutely delighted with their win, but they totally deserved it. They pushed on to the very end and just came out the better team in the day.
And the scenes, the celebrations in full swing now, as you can see here, for University of Galway. Well, the end they got there might have been a classic game, but that goes out the window. It's all about the result, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Yeah, definitely is. Yeah, I know, but they'll definitely make the night out of it tonight anyways. But fair play to them, and unfortunately for DCU, they've a long road home, but fair play, they played well all year and had a great game today, but just came out the other side of it today.
Yeah, disappointing indeed for Dublin City University, but congratulations to University of Galway. They are the champions. Emma, an absolute pleasure. Great to have you on board. Great to hear your thoughts on this game today. Good luck to you for the remainder of the season as well in the various teams that you represent. But there you have it. It's celebration times here for University of Galway. They've won this game somewhat maybe convincingly in the end. 8 to 7 points, the full-time score from all of us here in the University of Galway Connacht GAA Air Dome. Thanks indeed for watching. Don't forget more live action to come up a little bit later on. But for the moment, we'll take our leave of you. And well done again to University of Galway.
So you've only ever competed against each other? Yeah. But so far you're getting on very well. So I'll write my name, Durable, and then I'm going to stand next to the wall. And how do you manage, say, your nutrition with college? Because you're so busy. I feel like you're the busiest women in the country. You're juggling about a million things.
Yeah. Is someone going to teach me something?
We'll try.
Do I have any hope?
Practice, yeah.
Okay, I think we have a bit of work to do. We'll be back another day.
Before we get started, I know you know this. Got to do a little bit of a warm up. So I'm going to do 3 of my favorite exercises. Is that all right?
Yep.
Okay, let's start squatting. Okay, so as low as you're comfortable to go, we'll aim for 10. So we'll just do a few reverse lunges. So the exercise is roll down, walk out. If you want to do a little press up, but you don't have to. Okay, what's your best attribute as a player?
I think my work rate.
Ashling?
Communication, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Like, always wanting to win.
Okay, we're going to do a little stretch while we get the last one. We'll do a quad stretch.
Probably say my vision on the pitch.
Go on, that's very interesting. Vision on the pitch. Are we a little bit warmer?
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, good job. Wanna get ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay.